So take your story. You get settled in. Take your story from there. What were your responsibilities? What talk about it? An average day, I guess, if there was such thing.
Okay, they kind of let me go for about a week, and then after a week, the first thing they told me I was on guard duty for the night, and I thought, oh, this can't be too good. And then they says, well, you got to load yourself into these deuce and a halfs, and we'll take you out. Being we're an engineer company, we have a rock quarry, and it's not on compound. And we're going to be sitting on bulldozers as our guard towers. No communication between each other. We're just sitting out there, and a light every third dozer. And so I thought, this is not a good place to be. And so it started out relatively quiet, and we had enough guys that we changed shifts. And I was on my second shift, and I heard a noise in front of my bulldozer. So I climbed down and look around the corner of the blade, and the first thing I'm looking at is a Bengal tiger about 2 feet away, face to face. And to be honest, I don't think I have ever screamed that loud in my life, you know. And to this day, I don't know why he didn't come after me or whatever, but a Bengal tiger is rather large in the wild.
Wow.
But that was my first guard duty, and I got back to the camp in the morning safe and sound, and I was ready to be safe and sound.
Oh, boy, that's something you don't train for in the Army, huh?
No, that's something I didn't even have an inkling that something like that would ever happen.
That's a hell of a story.
But I can still close my eyes and think about it, and I can still see the fangs on his. And then after we went away, we went back to Quinyon, and then we were there for a while, and we were still doing basically mine sweeps and everything else.
What's that all involved? I mean, what in a mine sweep? What goes on? What part did you play in that? What would you do?
I was running the mine detector.
Oh,
It's just like the old sweeps that you go out looking for treasures in on the beach or whatever, and we could not have metal on us, so boot eyelets were a no-no because they were metal and they would set off the thing, and no belt buckles, no jewelry, whatever, watch or whatever, we couldn't do that. And we proceeded to go out, and I had one guy follow me, and if I detected something that this was detecting, he would get down on his hands and knees behind me, and I would spread my legs, and he would crawl underneath my legs with a bayonet and probing the ground to see if there was anything there. And man, I think I was on probably at least 12 to 15 details that way. Otherwise than that, I was just kind of out there. And the first air cab pulled our security. And at the one time I was probably out about 50 yards in front of everybody else, and all of a sudden there was a bunch of poofs in the ground around us. And then you heard the rat-a-tat-tat, and you just froze because you had no place to go. You didn't know, you'd had to turn around and run in the exact same footprints that you took. In the first air cab, they took off to the woods and everything else, and did a little bit of shooting there, and they came back and said it was taken care of. So, but that's as close as I want to be.
Oh, geez. Wow.
And everything else.